Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to MatchFit Entertainment's official coverage of Rain Light Racing's LMU series, Season 9 for Rain Light Racing, giving the LMU stuff a crack and doing a stellar job of it so far. Round 9 here. We are at Imola. Brought to you, Imola. Is it Imola?
Race 8.
Yeah, race season season 9, race 8. There you go. Getting ahead of myself. We will thank the very generous people at SIMBLACKS once again for coming on board with Rainlight Racing for Season 9, Race 8. Thanks, J-Man. And obviously MatchFit Entertainment for bringing all this goodness to you, again, live on the internet via YouTube. And yes, you can hear my PA in the background, just keeping me in check there. Welcome aboard, J-Man. Good to see you again here tonight.
Yeah, appreciate that. Warm welcome, Davo, and welcome aboard, viewers. There should be another absolutely fantastic round here. Apologies for last week. We ran into some issues.
Just quickly.
And,
yep.
Yeah, spent the better part of certain days and nights this week just rectifying that. So we're back, all guns blazing, and ready for what will be very, very entertaining 60 minutes here at Imola. Fantastic piece of racetrack, and obviously the championship starting to heat up now. We're at the back end, the business end of the series.
Oh yes.
And points are tightening up at the top end of town. We'll touch on that at some point. We'll get a chance. But yeah, hey, look, as I mentioned, great racetrack. And talking off camera just a moment ago, Dave, I mentioned to you that the discipline throughout the series from the drivers up and down the field has been nothing short of bloody impressive, based on the fact that I don't recall having too much conversation around track limits, but however, I mentioned to you, if there was going to be a track that could be an issue, I feel like tonight
we did talk about it off air. We did, my friend.
Yep. So we see the cars, as we speak, just starting to roll out for their qualifying. So 15-minute all-in qualifying. And yeah, in particular, I guess the area I'm sort of going to pick on would be turns 14, 15, top of the hill, the chicane Grassini. Drivers talking about...
Oh yeah, down the back of the circuit there, up on the top of the hill there, the dodgiest little chicane you ever come across, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, and I guess it comes down to the fact if they take too much of the curb on the way in through 14 to transition that chicane, it's probably at a rate that you can't give back, so it'll be a pretty quick strike that can't be negated through a lift of the throttle or anything. So
so what are you saying, that we might see like track limitation penalties come into play tonight, which we haven't really seen, have we?
Yeah, and hey, look, the gamesmanship will be started now between the likes of Bewley and Matty Clark. I think Gunther Rowe, Steve Cross in there, and if the pace is up to what we just saw in official practice, and the field's close and the guys are pushing hard, you know, they'll look for every possible advantage, so they'll just really exploit the limits of the track, and that's when, you know, stuff can go bad. So we'll keep our eye on that, and obviously we'll look for some any unscheduled drive-throughs or anything. So but nonetheless, I think it still will be a good night. They can, by virtue, take quite a fair bit from what I've seen without penalty. And then expectations around qualifying from myself, I think we could see a handful of drivers potentially drop down into the high 43s by way of what we just saw of race runs and stuff. So low 44s still impressive, but these guys are very, very talented. So look to maybe see some 43s in the mix, which would be rather impressive. So yeah, looking for a good call tonight. Going to enjoy this one.
Oh, definitely, J-Man. Look, a couple of guys back on the grid that weren't here last week. I think Nick Firth, one of... who was it? Isaac.
Ichikawa
as well. He was away last week. Look, not only were we away, but there was a couple of drivers away as well. So, but look, everybody back on board for what looks like a pretty solid field here tonight, J-Man. 19 cars on track for qualifying. And you're definitely looking forward to this one. Look, usual suspects, J-Man. The likes of Crossland, Rowe, and how can we forget? Obviously, Matty Clark leading the championship at the moment. So, yes, plenty of action to come.
By a slender 35 points, I believe.
A slender 35 points, yes, but a lead all the same. And look, you might notice, some custom skins on these cars tonight. We were going to showcase this last week, obviously due to techie issues we weren't here, and but look at this stuff in front of us tonight. Just got eyes on Matty Clark there. I think one of the other standouts has got to be Gunther Rose Porsche here as well, the Gorilla Racing Porsche car. So very nice stuff.
Yeah, very impressive paintworks there. Gunther known for his abilities with the paintbrush. So
oh yes,
very, very standout, that car. So good to see. And he's just got Hayden Tegg just up in front of him out on track at the moment. It's a little bit of aero advantage there, or chasing the carrot. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays, because they have started the lap relatively close. So
they have.
Ichikawa in there. Time for him, a 45.7. Expect to see those times drop significantly. Track conditions do look favourable.
Crossy just across the line, J-Man, and lo and behold, puts that McLaren on the top spot. That SIMBLACKS McLaren, as you can clearly see. Custom skins tonight.
Yeah, very impressive. Crossy looked good in practice in there. Basically on a very low 44.
Car looks agitated. He's got a very loose set in that tonight. Goddard back in the bright yellow Mustang. Oh, look, talking about skills with the paintbrush, let's go to Pete Dawson. This is a custom skin, ladies and gentlemen. Love the privateer look. It's white.
He does it well, though, Pete Dawson. Anybody that follows Pete or has raced with Pete will know that he rocks the Stormtrooper look consistently.
And he carries it well as he slides out of the right-hander there. And
yeah, so that was through the Villeneuve curve there, and just got a little bit loose on exit, as we just see. I'm not sure.
So that car, he's put himself in fifth provisionally as it stands at the moment. We've got a little under 10 minutes to go. Where are we down to? About, well, a little over 9, more to say. Ichikawa back up the pointy end, J-Man.
Yeah, Goddard's just gone up as well. So good to see the times are falling. Crossy's about to come across with his second indicative time. Can he improve on the 5.5? No.
Doesn't look like it.
No, nothing there.
Goddard doing well in the Mustang, muscling that thing around to get the thing in second provisionally. Gunther Rowe currently sitting in fourth, Craig McConnell in fifth. J-Man.
Yes, so interested to see Matty Clark still back down there on a 48.9. So it tells me that he probably, that was more of a siding lap and didn't get out. However, he is just come out of, where is he? He's just come out of the Ravasa, and he's coming down the front straight now to try and just work this thing up and see how far he can go up. He goes up to P2 on a 45.1, so not sort of seeing the times.
And Bateman just sneaks him straight away.
Right in there on a 44.9. So more yet to come. Still 8 minutes to go. Almost felt like the way I saw Gunther weaving in the tyres looked to be on the second lap, that maybe just struggling to generate the right temps into these tyres, because I was expecting the times to fall a little lower a little sooner. However, Ichikawa improves again on a 44.3.
these are good times. What did you call? What was the bet?
I was thinking somewhere in the high 43s.
Yeah, okay.
Would have been a pole position, so still plenty of time to go. And I don't think we've seen the best
from some of these boys. No, definitely not.
Where is Nathan Bewley? That is a guy that I think can really light up the totems here if he gets that right. Obviously, we weren't privy to stream the broadcast last week, but however, did watch it from afar, and it was impressive how some of the cars performed a little differently to the week before. The Porsche being one of them looked quite loose at times. Okay, so Bewley pops himself up into P3 on a 44.9.
Yeah, tidy work.
Remembering he's in an intense battle, 35-point the difference over him and Matty Clark at the moment. So be interested to see where they fall at the end of this qualifying. As Matty Clark's about to come across the line. And he goes up to P2 now on a 44.3, perilously close to Ichikawa. Ichikawa's about to finish his lap as well, so he's got another one coming.
And through that tricky final complex of corners, there's that double right, J-Man.
Ravazza, yes.
Oh, seriously tricky. We just see Ichikawa getting a Lamborghini very sideways out of the final corner. He is on fire.
And he goes 44.0, so improves the marker a little bit more, so it's an impressive time. We're getting very, very close to seeing a 43
that
come.
43, yep.
So the Lamborghini looking good at the hands of Isaac Ichikawa after a little bit of a jet setter week where he was offshore. So good to see him back and back to form. Goddard and Marnie, they're very, very close in their times. Although, who was that? Was that Goddard? I just seen move up. Yeah, Goddard moves up to P5 now. I think it was. No, okay, it was someone jumped in the mix. Crossing, about to cross the line. What did he do? I think stays where he is on a 45.1. He'll expect a lot more of himself based on his practice times.
I think Worcester just improving, J-Man sneaking up into 8th provisionally over Marnie and Pete Dawson.
Doing really, really well in LMU. He's really taken to this platform.
Who's that just snuck up? That would be, I would suspect, just looking at where they are on track, would be Nick Firth sneaking in 8th position.
B8, yep.
So nice work. Nice work from Firthy in one of the Aston Martin. Getting it done away on holidays with the fam last week. Definitely got the eyes back on again already for this round here at Imola. So currently Ichikawa in first, provisionally Matty Clark second, Daniel Bateman, Nathan Bewley, Gunther Rowe.
Change for Hemi Bateman, I missed out there. Hemi Bateman in a Lamborghini.
He's in a bloody Lamborghini. I'm sure he was in a Ferrari.
No, he was in a Corvette.
Oh, he was in a Corvette.
You always thought it was a Ferrari.
I kept calling it as a Ferrari, didn't I? So he's gone.
Gunther Rowe coming on a lap.
And I was actually getting him and Ichikawa mixed up, to be honest. So there you go.
So Gunther Rowe improves to a 44.6 now.
Across the line any moment too.
Bewley to the top as we just
wow. See. There you go. Winding down. 3.5 minutes to go. Well. Worcester into 6th, which has actually put Firth back into 9th. And what?
Look at the margin between Pete Dawson, Craig McConnell, Joseph Marnie. And you could even argue, although, who was that? Just shifted the goalpost, was that?
Oh, Dawson.
Yep.
Dawson, just up into 8th there from 10th.
So he just jumped out of that battle.
Yeah, just dropped Crossland and Firth back. Crossland back in the pits, J-Man. Firthy still out on track about halfway around the circuit. Clarky.
Crossy on his way back out. Just grabbed a new set of boots.
Oh, nice, nice.
I think. Or is he coming in? No, he's heading out.
Clark about halfway around the lap as well. Definitely one to watch. Ichikawa back in the pits. Has been for some time. Bateman still out. Ichikawa's done.
Yeah, I was just tuning into the stream and having a chat. Yeah, good to see you back, mate. I hope you enjoyed your trip. But yeah, fantastic time on the 44.0. Put you in good company for the start of this race.
Oh yeah.
A few laps to come, but look, I think you're in the right part of the field, mate, for the start of this race to go well. Oh, he just saw Hemi Bateman super sideways through the Grassini. Turns 14, 15, top of the hill. Bails out of it. So we see Matty Clark just come through. Okay, Mr. Brisket doing his thing.
Running down the hill here.
He'd like to dispatch you there, Isaac, I think, just to sit next to his championship combatant there on the front row. However, it's not a bad starting position, even if it is from P3.
True, exactly.
So I don't think this is the lap for Matty Clark, given how wide he is on entry.
No, it almost looks like he was looking for the run into the next lap. Just looking for a bit of top speed down into T1 here and into the braking area.
So this will be the last hurrah for Matty Clark, so he'll want the picture-perfect lap here. Got a much better run through Tamarillo that time. Saw him the lap before. Well, he's backed out of it, so he wasn't happy with something there. And that'll call it. He will do no better than P3 for the start of this one.
And Abuli just coming out of, is it 13 and 14 at the top of the hill there? The chicane there, J-Man.
14, 15, yep.
14, 15. And on the run down the hill.
To the Ravazza.
Well, he's probably got another lap in it, but look, he's with Ichikawa in the pits, Clark and Bateman all in the pits, hardly worth it. It's Nathan Bewley, provisional pole position getter, runs across the line again.
So slightly.
And he's chasing that 43, J-Man. He's listening to you. Gunther Rowe actually just back from him. Running around for another lap. Dawson back into 6, J-Man, knocking Worcester back down where I think Pete thinks he should be. And rounding the final corner here, going to run across the line. No time left, so that'll be his last lap. So 6 provisionally for Pete Dawson. We'll put that car in the pit.
Here, mate. Crossy is on a lap here, I think,
Crossy
mate.
In 9th provisionally.
He's very, very close through Sector 1. Sector 2 is pretty good as well. So this will put Crossy in the mix of the top 5 if he can finish this off. Good down to the Ravazza. Hit his mark there. Looked very, very good through there. Picks up the throttle a little later, but he rolled the corner quite quick. So good lateral speed through the McLaren there.
Yeah, getting a nice tight run past the wall there as well, a J-Man, and brings the SIMBLACKS McLaren across the line to finish. I
wonder if he got a little track cut there, just being too much. I'm not sure whether they get a cut for being too far on the inside, close to the pit wall on that kink there.
Maybe, quite possibly. Gunther Rowe just coming out of the final corner as well. Running across the line here.
Yeah, no, he backed out of that too. So that actually is classified as the final turn, right where he just went there at the finish line.
Is
turn
that
21.
kink? Oh,
yes.
It's that kink, yes. Yeah.
And yeah, so anyway, that will about do it based on what we can see there. Merlin just about to finish his lap. Is there a sting in the tail?
Another car change there actually in the field. Merlin, I think, has been rocking the Mustang for the last, well, for most of the series.
I think he's been in the Beamer for a bit. We've seen him rock the Beamer. We saw him rock it in another broadcast last week in his traditional light blue pastel colours.
Of course.
Can he improve on this one?
And across
no
the line.
There. And no set times. So basically those lap times for Mr. Perkins are unrecorded. So maybe struggling with that, what we mentioned, a little bit of track cutting. Because unregistered times.
Quite possibly. J-Man.
0.0024 is the margin. Nathan Bewley does a 144 with a 0 and a 4. And then Ichikawa does a 144 with a 0 and a 6. So very, very close to qualifying. And then we just about make 3/10 to Clark. And Hemi Bateman in the new Steed, the Lamborghini, does a good job to go P4 with Gunther Rowe, Pete Dawson, Goddard, Craig McConnell, Ken Worcester, and Steve Crossan to round out the 10. And still some big accomplished names behind them. Nick Firth, Marnie, Tig, Kramer, Lily Glass, Merlin, Mr. Roo, and Rob Fox round out that 19-car field tonight. So be a busy start. I think there's always a little bit of magic as they head down to effectively turn 1, 2 down to the Tamarillo chicane there. That'll get pretty tight, pretty space aware. Here, I think lap 1, Davo.
Oh, it's quick in. It's actually a fairly.
Go to the grid for a race start.
Okay, the guys getting called out onto the grid now. Yeah, pretty nice, flowy sort of a chicane there to keep things nothing like Monza, but still, you know, like you get 19, 20 guys all running it down there, all with the same thing in mind. It's always going to create some action. Let's get a look at these guys as they roll off, and it's a fairly short formation here, isn't it, J-Man? Looks like they've got them set.
Yeah, just coming down the hill. So
down the hill.
Really coming out of turn 17 down to 18 through the Ravasa, and they'll be into it. So not a lot of time to get ready. About a minute to catch your thoughts, I think, Davo.
As I will. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a bit of a. Let's see if we can get a nice camera angle on this. Here, let's see what's going on. Let's have a look.
What's that, cameraman asleep on the ground or something?
Yeah, look, I haven't noticed this one come up on the cycling track cameras.
Somebody run down there, wake that guy up.
Just go and knock him off the track there. He's actually not on track, so he should be fine. But all the same, just for health and safety reasons. Look, we will again thank, obviously, SIMBLACKS for getting on board again with Rainlight Racing here, season 9. We are at Imola for round 8 in the LMU series. The boys starting to roll away now. And look, don't forget, all the links are in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Get on and follow the Rainlight Racing socials so you can keep up with everything that's going on that we haven't already told you anyway here at MATCHFIT Entertainment. But yeah, thanks again, SIMBLACKS. Thanks, Rainlight Racing. And we are about to go live at J-Man here for round 8 at Imola in the Rainlight Racing LMU series.
Good looking field.
This is one of those tracks that catches me out all the time. I'm sure the start line is way down the end here, and the finish line is just here somewhere.
Other way round, I think. Yeah.
Oh, either way. Catches me off guard every time, but here we go. We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Good jump from Bewley, and Clark's trying to go with him. He's getting squeezed down the inside by Ichikawa from
P2 happening, and it's heavy going at the front here, and we got contact.
A little bit of contact, and that's Clark around. The car rotates on contact.
So a little bit of a touch between Ichikawa and Clark. So Ichikawa off as well, getting swamped.
Chaotic down there at turn 1, turn 2.
Quick replay of that just in the background. those guys. Goddard actually getting tangled up in that as well, J-Man.
Wrong screen on, Davo.
Oh, shit, sorry. So Goddard getting tangled up in that as well in the background, J-Man. Ooh.
Yep, we're on it. I think we're on it. Yeah, we're on it. We got it. Sorry.
We got it.
So great jump from Nathan Bewley off the start, and then Gunther Rowe with obviously that little bit of chaos between what was Matty Clark and Isaac Ichikawa allows Gunther Rowe through.
Ichikawa, yes, getting tangled up with Kalaki, and like I mentioned, Goddard actually in the Mustang, just sort of getting involved in that as well, unfortunately. So all of those guys off track and looking well down the field there. You can see Goddard. Looks like Nick Firth might have even got affected by that one as well, mate. So a few guys dropped back. Another one, Ken Worcester, back down further than he is qualified. So yes.
Oh, who's that position?
But look at Bewley just taking advantage of that, running away with it.
Look at the horsepower of Isaac Ichikawa's Lamborghini on Hayden Teague. Same manufacturer, but he just had all the run. Gets it done before the brake zone down to turn one. Amazing run there from Ichikawa. He has absolutely got that thing around right up. He'll be straight onto the back of Matty Clark. He'll let the score settle there, I'm sure, after turn one. Maybe he can slip on by. So that'll be those feet. Clark knows his way around this track. But very impressive, as you mentioned, from Nathan Bewley to just check out with the clean set of heels and championship points. This is not what Matty Clark needed to see, but nonetheless, it's the way it's shaken out already. Now, Hemi Bateman and that new switcher car is doing a fantastic job from P3, but Pete Dawson, big benefactor out of that little incident, lap one, turn one. He's tucked up in behind Hemi Bateman in the privateer looking Aston Martin. Just having a look now. Who is that? That's Ken Worcester trying to size up and move on Lily Glass up to turn 14. The Grassini out brakes her on the outside, sweeps across the nose and gets the pass done on the Lexus. Great pass there from Ken Worcester. Just got the drive up the hill, Davo.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Lily was quite generous there as well. I think she acknowledged the move was on and going to be done. It's now a move now. This is Ichikawa trying to round up. Oh, a little bit of contact. It's Joseph Marnie in the Porsche and Ichikawa. Matty Clark managed to get through. So it's going to get busy inside the latter half of the top 10 over the next couple of laps. What we're looking at is these guys just shake out and try and head back towards the front where they started, Davo. Big under brakes down there to Tozer, but typically that Porsche of Joseph Marnie's looks very, very good out of the exit of Tozer. Out of turn 7, climbing the hill, that Porsche just really compliant at putting the power down off the corner exit. Ichikawa loses the rear coming down towards Aqua Minerale there, just nervous, pushing hard, early. Cars will be full of fuel, Davo, and still plenty of aspiration this early in the race to get through.
Absolutely. Looks like we might have a few seconds lag from you watching it live to what's getting streamed there, J-Man. I think the stream's actually behind you for a change.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but you just keep calling it, because then I know where what you're watching and where to get these cameras pointing. But yeah, plenty going on here, ladies and gentlemen. big
Okay,
shuffling, little big shuffle of position. Over the first few laps, particularly like J-Man mentioned, just into that chicane, as we call that little biff and barge there between Clark, Ichikawa, and I think it was Goddard as well, getting tangled up in that. So, interesting stuff, J-Man.
Yeah, so we have got Nathan Gurley going to start catching up to what looks like the back of Adrian Kramer as well. So, I'm not sure whether Kramer actually started off a pit lane or had an incident, but that's very, very early for the leaders to be coming round on him. So he just watched that spaces. Obviously, Bewley's going to have to negotiate very, very shortly, I would say, inside the next lap and a half, based on the current pace. He's in there lapping at 44.8 at the moment, so very, very quick. Nobody else on the same page at the moment. I think the best of the rest would be, Matty Clark, 44.7. So Matty Clark tucked up and behind Steve Crossland.
But yeah, now he's going to struggle here, isn't he? Because he's really just got up behind this main pack here, which consists of Crossland, Dawson. That's McConnell and Hemi Bateman all there in close succession. So he's going to struggle to make ground now. Look at him as he weaves all over the back of Crossland.
What do you do now if you're Matty Clark? Do you look to run a fuel number and a virtual energy strategy to try and get out as early as you can to get it done, and then maybe run long? We're only 8 odd minutes into this race. You look to maybe tuck in here if you can't get it done, go early, sort of go at the 20-minute mark or something.
Yeah, good call.
Maybe even 15. We'll watch the space. He got a good run there. Crossy just picked up a little bit of turf on the exit there. You're soon to pick it up, I'm sure, because as you mentioned, for the first time ever, I'm actually ahead of you.
Okay.
So I guess what I call you're going to pick up on. But
absolutely, J-Man. And look, that's just a bonus for the viewers. I tell you, because we're just watching now, like you mentioned, Crossland just picking up that little bit of dirt there really made Clarkie hungry. Even more so, you can see the damage on Clark's car just behind Crossland on that front right-hand corner from the lap 1 incident there.
Now Crossy very, very hungry over the curb, putting a lot of pressure on the back of Pete Dawson. May have a look at a run down the hill. When you get their cameras on, you'll see him get a very good run down through 14, 15, and then down the hill towards the Rivasa.
He needs to dispatch Dawson, doesn't he, really, with Clark on his tail there like that. Dawson corking the bottle there a little bit.
Very, very close on exit.
Just let this continue for a while. Get a little bit of a gap in the action. We might try and address that. We've got like about 5 or 10 seconds lag.
It's a bit for sure, and I mean I'm not sure whether refreshing my end actually helped.
It's not. It's not your end.
I DeLorean and went back to the future or something.
Yeah, no, you're good, J-Man. But look, you are calling it early for us, which is awesome. And the camera's
Crossy
on
for an outside
point.
move. Closer, Davo. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Well, we are still on Crossy at the moment, so.
And it come to nothing. But however, I tell you what.
That's a big look.
He's got some grip. You'll see it here. He will come
around the outside.
Look.
And Dawson just cool as usual. Keeping it all together.
Oh, and I tell you what.
It just gets better.
Tight.
As we get out of the front of Matt Clark's car, actually there, and Crossy all kinds of sideways at the bottom of the hill there, J-Man.
Minerale, the last phase, he just pinched the brakes. He did a beautiful job to gather it up and head up and hold station up to turns 14, 15, and the battle commences. However, talking about the battle, stick with it, but I will give you an update. Nathan Bewley now 6.5 seconds ahead of Gunther Rowe. So Gunther Rowe doing a standout job in second, and he has got the company of Hemi Bateman, and a little bit of weaving going on the straights there from the both of them. I'm not sure that's a bit of gamesmanship or they're just losing a little bit of front tire team, but I find that interesting to do that at this phase of the race. Lap 7, you'd expect tyre pressures to be well and truly at their optimum. So Hemi Bateman going well, but McConnell also going very, very well in P4, and he's making inroads into this battle. This is going to be a three-way very shortly for the top, well, for P2 effectively, a battle for the podium on. Now, Davo, from Pete Dawson to Steve Crossan. That might be by way of the harassment that Crossan's receiving from Eddie Clark.
You think so?
And he is all over him. He's searching left and right.
And we just actually had a little quick grab of the in-car of Ichikawa. Just not that far behind them, and Ichikawa trying very hard. And using bag loads of opposite lock there to keep up. Clark at the bottom of the hill, J-Man. Very untidy.
Yeah, he was all sorts of out of shape there, and just needs to just maybe pick his moment, just exert a little bit of patience. You can see the intent that he wants to go up and challenge. You know, he wants to minimise the damage and challenge Nathan Bewley. Obviously, you know, a couple of rounds to go after this one. And he really doesn't want this points gap to get too much bigger. Only a couple of rounds to go. He's got a great run this time round, though, as you'll see, coming onto the front straight. And will Crosby go defensive?
We're just picking up on what's going on in front of that too, J-Man, which is the heavy, the Bateman, McConnell, Rowe battle, which is
Rowe
running hot. So, Rowe's still there.
Stick with Rowe. Stick with Rowe right now.
Okay, we're on Rowe. Now, so he's tucked in behind Bateman. There.
So Bateman's got him, because when I just checked,
okay.
Gunther Rowe was in P2. Now he's in P4. So
okay, so we've even missed that as well. So McConnell and Bateman pass. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
My crystal ball missed that. Okay, so Ichikawa now well on the back of Matty Clark now. So he has joined in the Crossy Matty Clark battle. Just to add fuel to the fire. I feel like this is going to get spicy.
Oh, hang on. This is good. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Standing. This race. What? I don't know what.
Stuck on replay, mate. Stuck on replay.
Yeah.
Yep. See it flashing. Be right back with you, viewers. We'll just sort out these cameramen. I'll tell you what.
Okay, I can't.
I've been on a few of the local wines here.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the short intermission. Davo's very clunky brain here struggling to cope as we pick up on the leader of the race, Nathan Bewley, followed by, I think just before we went to our little unscheduled intermission, Daniel Bateman, Gunther Rowe back in third, J-Man with Pete Dawson fourth, and Matthew Clark. Actually, both those guys going at it as we speak.
Yeah, they are, and a couple more updates. We've got Craig McConnell in the pits, and by my viewing, without a rear wing.
That will explain that.
Yep. However, Steve Crossan, he's in the pits, although maybe that's a graphical thing because Crossan's car doesn't have a wing on it either in my pit box either, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Fair enough.
Both of them in the box and down a lap, so that is not good.
No, definitely not. So look, let's just run through the top 10 at the moment. We've got Bewley, Bateman, Rowe, Dawson, Clark, Worcester in 6th, Marnie in 7th, Firthy in 8th, Wozniak and Goddard 9th and 10th respectively, with Goddard rounding out the top 10, J-Man in the Bumblebee, the big bad Mustang.
Yeah, absolutely, and if it's any consolation, I feel like you've gained maybe 5 seconds on me.
On the stream, thank you very much.
On the stream, I've got Pete Dawson and Matty Clark running up the hill as we speak, up to effectively the Piratella and then about to drop down to Aqua Minerale. So if that gives you any indication about
where they are. We are well on point, J-Man. Not sure what's going on there. Server looking a little laggy for my liking, so maybe it just could be some internet issues. So who knows? But here we are. We are live here for Rainlight Racing's Season 9 LMU Series. It is round 8, and we've got to thank once again SIMBLACKS for jumping on board with the Rainlight Racing boys. And of course, MATCHFIT broadcasting to you live on the internet, on YouTube, intermittently, I must say, so tonight. But here we are. Clark, Dawson.
Joseph Marnie as well, and Ken Worcester. That's a great little battle going on as well, separated by the smallest the margin has been for a little bit. So
yeah, not too far behind the boys that we were just on, Dawson and Clark. But yes, Marnie and Worcester. Worcester doing a fantastic job in the Lexus, mate, the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and prior to the that little techie issue, we did call Isaac Ichikawa peeling off from behind Matty Clark. Caught that battle. Didn't want to get engaged in that battle with Clarkie, and at the time was Steve Crossland, and decided to get out of it and make his pit stop. So we'll get an idea with with Isaac Ichikawa right now. Just try and get a read on what is
across the start finish line.
Yeah, he's energised. He's energized
yep.
and fueled. So looking to maybe run to the back end of this. Hopefully he's got that number right, because he did go relatively early. Hopefully fueled up and got that thing rearing to go. Obviously a new car. New car, sorry, for I think Hemi Bateman. Ichikawa will be well accustomed to this.
Yes, yeah, both of the same cars too, mind you, J-Man. That's what's getting me as well. So Bateman and Ichikawa running the same team colours at the moment, or at least tonight here at Imola. So Bateman in second position, Rowe in third, back up to third after a little bit of a faux pas earlier on, letting a couple of guys pass. So Crossy, where is Crossy now? You mentioned something about Crossy maybe not having a win.
Just come out of the pits, his car's repaired. Bewley's just gone through to put him another lap down, so he's 3 laps down on the leader of this race, and the car is straight. However, the car was in the gravel trap intermittently just then, so Crossy got some he's got some challenges tonight.
So Steve Crossland working hard for it tonight in the SIMBLACKS McLaren. I think that's Mr. Rue and Rob Fox. Oh, actually, who is that in the background? That's one of the Ichikawa Bateman cars. It is actually Bateman.
Yep. Coming
up behind those two. So
Hayden Big, yep. Rounds them up on the outside as they drop down to Minerale.
So I'm not sure who else that was with Crossy there at the time. Just got eyes on Craig McConnell. I think he's on the back of Hayden Tegg there. No, that was Hayden Tegg. Okay. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. So that was Hayden Tegg. That the boys were just sneaking past, and that is actually Gunther Rowe coming up behind Hayden. So you want to keep an eye on his mirrors there. The leaders are starting to come through, J-Man. Just keeping the comms boys on their toes, as usual.
Yeah, I'm still watching this Matty Clark Pete Dawson battle. It is absolutely still going on. Nothing's changed there from when we left to come back. It's still very much alive. Hemi Bateman put a little bit of margin on Gunther Rowe now, but Matty Clark still trying to work it. Was Crossland he was trying to work over. Now it is Pete Dawson.
Clark passed. It's taken him some time, J-Man, to get the job done on Pete. Now you will see Clark probably stretch his legs here a little bit and move away, but Pete not obliged to let Clark pass, and Pete just not even really blocking, but just covering his line and making life difficult for Clarky there, J-Man.
You and I have both driven with and against Pete, and he is a great racer.
Oh, yes, yes.
Respectful. Super fast too, so.
Yep.
For me, the one that'll shake out, I think, a little bit later on will be Isaac Ichikawa playing himself into that Matty Clark Pete Wilson battle.
You would expect so.
Yeah. He'll be well in the mix there and potential undercut there. So it'll be all about what he's got at the end of the race, because he's asking the tyres and the virtual energy and fuel to do a big job here. I'm not sure he'll get close enough to Gunther Rowe, but we'll find out. Obviously, a lot of shake out, pit stops and all.
Yeah, look, and obviously, I don't think Gunther pitted yet as either there, so...
No, Ichikawa would be the first of the pit stoppers by my calculation. So out of P11 right now, and he's got some margin over the likes of, I want to say, probably fellow pit stoppers in McConnell, Crossland, Cove. Lily Glass may have already made his stop.
Yeah, we're just showing a number of stops on the totem. It's on the tower there at the moment, J-Man. So it's Glass, McConnell and Crossland, I think, are the only three that are pitted there. So,
yeah, obviously with Mr. Rue and as we speak, Adrian Kramer, the only retirement at this point. So remember, top end of the broadcast, we did talk about potential for track infringements, and that will be starting to come to play now, heading towards the halfway mark of this race. I've seen a lot of ambitious use of the curbs up there at the Grassini turn 14 and 15.
Yep.
And who is that just taking a wide? That's Lily Glass just allowing Nick Firth through. So Nick Firth running out of P8 versus Lily Glass's 14. However, Lily Glass is pit stop and a lap down, so potentially a blue flag there. Just trying to look at the inroads here. Matty Clark to Gunther Rowe. Okay, so Gunther Rowe coming out of the Piratella. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, he was...
He's coming down the start pretty straight there now, J-Man.
Okay, so okay, when I picked him up, he was coming out of the Ravazza, and Matty Clark was at the top of the hill, so kind of gives you an idea.
Of the gains. Yep. Yeah, so obviously Gunther missing all that fracas in lap one and being able to sneak that beautiful looking Porsche through all that mess. Clark, not so lucky, J-Man, with Clark and Ichikawa getting tangled up. But that is Clark's car. You can see in the background there, and that is not that far away.
No. And good to see you tune in too, Bobby. Ken is doing a fantastic job out there tonight. Just shook off the battle, which was him and Joseph Marnie. Obviously Marnie in the Porsche and Ken Worcester in the Lexus, and I'll tell you what, they were having a good battle, but look, he's got the upper hand of that one at the moment, currently running P6.
Well, and look, we talking about that battle was a very tight episode, wasn't it? Only about 10 minutes ago, and now Worcester stretching the legs, mate. Got a little bit of a gap on Marnie, and can just sort of take a couple of breaths, get focused again, and keep working. Doing really well on the Lexus, though. So nice work. I love the Lexus. What a fantastic looking car. The Tokyo Taxi.
Okay, so the leaders all stayed out. We're looking at obviously the halfway point of this race now. I'm just looking, and I'm curious as to when somebody like Matty Clark goes, given that Ichikawa will be a factor, as we just see. I think that was Hayden Ted just moving aside for Matty Clark. Obviously out of position there.
Yep.
Eddie Clark now got a clear vision up the road to Gunther Road, Davo. Can see him at the end of the straight. So he is down effectively. He is tipping into the Villeneuve chicane. And then now you can see him heading up to the Tosa.
And that was Crossy actually. Gunther just slicking past Crossy there. Looked like Crossy stepped aside there, but got the McLaren, the SIMBLACKS McLaren out on the grass. Just a smidge. And had to recover that. So Cross keeping it clean, keeping it
come down the hill here, Dave.
Here we go.
Just watch him come down the hill and just see if the car looks comfy or stable. Looks pretty straight.
So maybe no damage on that. I can't see any damage on the car.
I think he was in the box a long time, so full repair. There's that inside curve coming up, Davo, that you'll see that they just take a lot of on the inside, turn 14, the right-hand part of the chicane, they take a lot of the curve there.
Yeah, so working hard, and look, the boys have been talking about it since the last update about how sketchy these things are. Getting back on the throttle off the curves. So, talking about big curves, and Imola, wow, they will be well focused. And where are we at? Just a little over halfway, so still plenty of racing yet to come, J-Man.
Yeah, Worcester and Marnie stay out as well. At first, not too far off the back of this battle, I don't believe. Still in touch, and he's inside the 10 PA. Obviously, excuse me, got people to play into this. The likes of Sam Wozniak, George Goddard, and Ichikawa. Now, Ichikawa, for me, is in the box seat to make big improvements here. He's made his pit stop, and he's got those guys in his sights. So they're already in the crosshairs. So that just really tells you about how far up the field he's going to run post-pit stop. I'm just having a look. So still no movement there. Mr. Roo and Mr. Fox still in the pits. So that's an extended stay, and actually cars parked in there. So not sure if they actually came out. I thought they did at one point. But the battle for me, if they're inches or millimetres, but yeah, Matty Clark and Gunther Rose. So Matty Clark's best time tonight out there on track is a 44.7 versus Gunther Rose 45.4. So fair bit of time. I'm not sure if they're making those numbers now. Try and get a read on maybe Clarkie's current or last lap time. We're going to get a read actually on Gunther Rose now. So he's going to come across the line for what will be a 45.9 this lap, and Clarkie's going to come through for a 45.8. So 10th of a second's probably not going to cut it to Matty Clark.
No. And he's still got Crossy to get past, although Crossy out of position will obviously get the blue flag. Good
question, Bobby. So what it's got to do with is it's got to do with the way that the game registers this new skin pack, and it registers, I guess the ball is both Cross and Clark.
And Clark wide.
One wide, yeah.
So it's registering those custom skins all as the same number, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously the on-car liveries, I think even on the doors, are still saying 397. So they're paying tribute at this point, I guess, to 397 Studios. However, a little bit of personal decal there on some of the cars. I see Crossy's got the 43, the famous 43 on the back. But yeah, it is quite confusing for sure. So we'll do our level best to try and maybe keep you up to date with who's where and who's what. Now that was significant, that pass Matty Clark.
It was
on Steve Crossman, because it lets him refocus on the gap, which is Gunther Road. Somebody's had a lose at the chicane in front of him, and who was that? None other than Gunther Road has gone around and immediately lost that position. Now that is big, because that puts Clarkie in a provisional P3, but don't count out, as I mentioned, Isaac Ichikawa.
That's already pitted.
Yeah, he's already pitted. He's just rounded up the hill. No. Yes, he has.
He has. Is he showing his pitted? I think I would check this just before here.
Yes, he has. He is the first out on track, and he did it early. And it was questionable. Was it too early? Or was it calculated?
Okay, so it doesn't show Ichikawa as pitted, J-Man.
Okay, so did I mistake Ichikawa? Give me a look at his skin.
And it's not.
Okay,
it's
I
not
might have mistaken him for Maddie. Lily, sorry.
Oh, Lily's car. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the number thing playing tricks on us.
it's not just you, Bobby. it's confusing.
Okay, so that does put probably Matty Clark in a genuine...
Different twister on it, hasn't it? But Clark, yeah, definitely.
P3.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, Bateman's coming down to Minerali. Where is Clark? Okay.
Top of the hill.
Piratella. Yeah, okay.
So Bateman in good stead here.
10 seconds adrift.
That's Bewley not actually that far in front of him. What have we got? About 11 or maybe 12 seconds in front.
Yep.
To Bewley.
Yep.
And then about that again.
Seconds,
yeah, about that again. Back to Clark. So who's hitting the numbers lap time wise though, J-Man? It's Matt Clark.
Oh, look at this. Ichikawa, Sam Wozniak, and George Goddard.
Oh, wow.
All incredibly close.
So that's Ichikawa.
Goddard with the run up the hill.
Now Goddard's been working over Wozniak.
You know, this paint job of Goddard confuses me because it looks like a beat-up taxi.
We love it. The Bumblebee, J-Man. But so that's Ichikawa. That's Ichikawa sneaking past these boys, isn't it? And just unsettling their little battle that they had going on there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it looks like Goddard's going to go with it.
Yeah, well, it's allowed Goddard past Ichikawa there, so...
Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news there, Bobby, but we talked about track infringements, and we have seen the first one. It is from other than your bro.
Oh,
Ken
really?
With the drive-through. So we talked about it. We didn't wish it on anyone. However, Ken is the first guy, and I'll be surprised if he's the last to receive that.
There you go. So first drive through for the night, man. Ken Worcester.
Now that gap at the front extended it by a huge margin just the last lap round.
Yeah, 18 seconds. So
18,
like,
19 seconds.
Yeah, so that's 5, 6 seconds easy. The gap back to Clark, yes, has dropped 5 or 6. It's dropped 5 or 6 seconds as well. So
yeah,
Bateman
with a big mistake.
Making a mistake there.
And who is that we see coming into pits? I just saw somebody peel in. Trying to get a pick up on who that was.
Merlin.
Okay, so Lee Perkins. Okay, Merlin the Magician. And perform a little bit of magic in the pit lane, we hope.
Yes, old mate Perko in the pits, in the BMW, getting it done. Where is he? He was currently running in 11th or 12th or something at the time. So, getting that pit stop out of the way. As we pick back up on Bateman. Losing, just seesawing between the leader Nathan Bewley and third place, current third place assistant holder Matty Clark there. So, and you can see in the background there, in that shot there, ladies and gentlemen, that is Clark's Aston Martin So he will be well aware of that, and the pressure will be on. A little under 20 minutes to go. It's still a long race to the finish. It's like a third of the race yet to go. So Bateman, although that gap looked pretty healthy before, is, well, it's at least 5 or 6 seconds less healthy than it was a couple of laps ago, J-Man. That he will be mindful of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Gunther Rowe, and we saw mistakes from Gunther Rowe, actually, in the last couple of laps, letting the back marker of Steve Crossland sneak past, but also Matthew Clark as well. So Gunther just regathering his thoughts, refocusing, and just trying to bring that beautifully presented Porsche, J-Man. What a stunning paint job on that car.
Yeah, a few of the drivers look like they're starting to struggle with a bit of grip now. I'm just seeing a few very nervous cars just running a little bit wide of the apex, and a couple of them just dropping a tyre into the dirt. I even saw Nathan Bewley just really just out of the, I think it may have been the Tamarillo, and it looked like he was just very, very wide of the mark there, but man, he has got some pace on this car.
Yeah. You know who's not sitting at a foot well? Pete Dawson, J-Man. Man, this guy is smooth as silk. I won't keep the cameras on him too long because we don't want to give the commentators curse, but yeah, Pete, smooth as, and holding down 5th provisionally as we speak. Who's the next car out on track? Joseph Marnie, J-Man, in that Porsche, who was fighting tooth and nail with Ken Worcester a little bit earlier.
Blew the apex at the bottom of the hill once again. Like I said, guys, just really testing the brakes and testing the lateral grip of these things.
Working hard, but yeah, just staying in the race, J-Man. Like, little to no mistakes, but pushing hard is Joseph Marnie. Ichikawa still on the march, still in recovery mode. And actually coming up on the back of an out of position, I think that's Ken Worcester's car there. The Lexi, as they run down to this final complex of corners down the hill here, very quick section and very tricky little braking area. They just come around that kink there, and they really got to dive onto the brakes very hard. Easy to get it a little bit squirrely down into there, but also easy to get it a little bit snaky out of that final corner. Ichikawa on the hunt, chasing down Joseph Marnie.
Yeah, Wozniak at the lane. It's going to take his official stop.
And Goddard in the taxi. So what are we going to call that? Well, if it's not a Tokyo taxi, well, it's a Lexus, isn't it? What are we going to call the Mustang if we think it's a taxi? But yeah, it's smashing it out. Goddard doing well. Hold down 8th provisionally at the moment in the top 10. Awesome work. That is Wozniak, like you mentioned. I think J-Man in the pits, just rolling out in 9th, and oh well, it'll be in 10th now, I think, because that's Nick Firth just sneaking past in the Aston Martin.
What's Clark got energy-wise? 5.9% left.
So. Oh, well, that's a lap. Is that a lap? It's only just a lap. Bloody hell. We saw him at Spa. There's Wozniak.
Bewley down to 6.7.
I think when we were offline last week, we were actually jumped in on Matt Clark's Twitch feed and distracted him, and he had to go around another lap at the Spa circuit there with very little VE. And he just had to get right off it. Actually made him runnable to Pete Dawson. Awesome watch, actually, mind you, ladies and gentlemen. Get involved with these guys' socials. A lot of these guys live streaming their racing on Twitch. get amongst it. Get over to Rainlight Racing and their Discord. Get on their Instagram. The links are in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Get amongst it. There's prizes to be won thanks to SIMBLACKS.
Marnie clears the pit. He made his pit stop as well, so he gets that done. And I tell you what, Ichikawa went past through on Goddard and Marnie during that phase of pit stops as well. So Ichikawa doing a good job, finds himself going forward.
Nice work, nice work. Bateman actually sneaking back a couple of seconds on Bewley too in the last couple of laps in J-Man. So just sort of a little bit in recovery mode. I think he's actually got time on Clark as well in those couple of laps.
He has. Clark's on management mode here. Didn't come into the pits.
Oh yeah, is that a mistake? That's a mistake right there.
There's something here.
He's just backed right off.
Energy. Yeah.
Look at him. He's just backed right off. He's actually offline. It's really lost his rhythm there. I wouldn't surprise. He should have pitted. He's just made a mistake there, J-Man. Right then. Wow.
Yep.
So that could cost him.
Yeah, well, Gunther Rowe,
he's
didn't make mistakes. He's in the pits.
Well, there you go. Clark, well backed off.
Done his, yeah.
Clark looking like he's looking for a parking spot at Woolworths. Ladies and gentlemen.
He's down at 1.2 and he's still got to negotiate.
Wow, he's got half a lap to go yet, bro.
I think there's 100 seconds coming here for Matty Clark.
Because it's a 100-second penalty. They don't get across the line. He's got to get to that stage where he knows he's not going to make it. And he's just going to have to take it anyway.
He's full management mode. He might do it here. He's going to coast.
He can roll. He can coast from about here, can't he? Slip it in and neutral, Matty. But lost. What's he on now?
And I'll tell you what, Isaac Ichikawa was going to get him. No problem at all. He's on 0-0 by my calculation as we speak.
Clark.
Clark is on 0-0. They have micro sectors, but he's got to pick up the throttle here to get to pit lane.
He's got to get out of it. What are we on? Is he in the negatives?
He's 0-0 for me.
That might just go into the negatives. Has he got it?
Not on my screen, it doesn't, but it'll be interesting to know.
There you go. Ichikawa is gonna make a meal of that, as is Gunther Rowe. Just tucked in behind the Ichikawa car. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Hasn't that mixed it up? Ichikawa yet to pit, J-Man.
Yes.
Okay, so Ichikawa is out of position pretty well. So it's not Ichikawa that's going to get Matty Clark. It is Gunther Rowe.
Oh, I just got word from Matty Clark. He just made it, boy.
Oh, you are shitting me. Well, and there he's got Gunther Rowe. So he's just rolled out. Gunther Rowe's just sneaked past him there.
Yep.
On the start-finish straight. Wow. That just blows my mind. How did he pull that off?
Oh, mate, fantastic job. That was Management 101 from Matty Clark.
Okay, so this reminds me of last week. Like I said, we weren't here last week, but we did tune into Matty Clark's stream, and here it is. Pete Dawson.
That's Pete Dawson rounds him up. So he was looking up the road for Gunther Rowe, but
he was looking up the road for a bloody Matt Clark last week at Spa, J-Man. Remember when Clark came out of the pit? Same situation.
Yep.
So there you go. Pete Dawson sneaks on past. Matt Clark's rattled, J-Man.
So what are we talking about with Hemi Bateman and Ichikawa?
Okay, so that's back down to the 18. Oh, 6, it was 12. So, it's back to where it was.
Bewley's been in and done. So, I would say, does that mean Hemi Bateman went and he did also? Yeah, Emmy Bateman went in when we were looking as well by the look of it. So it is a legit P3 at the moment for Isaac Ichikawa. Welcome back.
Wow. Wow. Didn't that get racy really quickly?
But I'll tell you what.
It's got to run down. Who is that off track?
Okay, just trying to pick up who that was.
Oh, Bewley just snuck past him there.
Steve Crossland.
It is Crossland.
Having a mare.
Oh, and he has... The rear wing has left the chat, J-Man.
Again.
That is a clean skin McLaren there. That will not be fun to drive back to the pits there.
No, that thing will want to go all sorts of sideways.
So, Crossy having a rough one tonight here. He will get that thing back into the pit lane, but very cautiously, very slowly. Who is actually coming up behind him there? I cannot see that just off. Hang on, we might get a shot here. That is Bateman. Actually,
well, I'll tell you what,
second position.
It's a role reversal from last week where Matty Clark chasing down Pete Dawson. It was the other way around.
It was.
Or was it the week before?
No, it was last week that we missed.
Run up the hill, Dawson a little squirmy. Clark's going to clear him.
And he has.
P14.
So tricky. See,
just under
12 and 13 there at the bottom of the hill, J-Man. Dawson, we were just talking him up about how smooth he was, but the pressure from Clark just rattled him.
Dan Wozniak now, good battle going with George Goddard for P9 and 10.
Look, Ichikawa's got to come in sometime, doesn't he? Like, what's his VE looking like? Surely he's got to stop.
I'm pretty sure he's been in. Check your stats there, mate. I think you might find he's actually been in.
Ichikawa?
Yep.
It just shows 0 on the tower for Ichikawa in number of stops. That's all I'm going off, as it does for, I think, Tag as well. So, interesting. Not sure why they haven't cleared on the tower. But either way, the fight is on. Ichikawa currently in 3rd.
Yeah, I think he's there legitimately. I thought I saw him in. I called it early.
Yeah, no, you did. And then we thought it might have been mistaken for the glass car there. But here we are. Winding down the final. Oh, where are we? Jeez, we're nearly down to the 5-minute mark. This is going to be close. Bewley, 19 seconds. It's Gunther Road and Clark.
And Matty Clark. Yeah, that's going to come down to it for a top 4. Because they won't catch, I don't believe, Ichikawa.
And Bateman and Bewley.
If Ichikawa's stopped, and I'm sure he is, he'd have to be at this point of time.
Clark has got the carrot of Gunther Road to chase. Dawson, not that far behind. Goddard and Wozniak were close. A little bit of distance between them now.
Clark, last lap round 40. Oh, best lap, sorry. Last lap
44.
round 40. Yeah, no, 44 was his best. So Gunther Rowe's last lap was a 47.8. Not getting a read on Clarkies. Might have been a track cut in there.
Ah, yes.
And yeah, good call. There was a Crossy's parked the car. He's had enough of that for the night. And that's a shame. He's a guy that's, running at the moment out of what is effectively P4 in the championship, and with good results from Goddard. Marnie, Pete Dawson. He'd be under threat because that was we was crossing 16:45, close 14:90. He might be safe on this one tonight. He'll probably still get classified by way of distance into this race, so we'll get to see what that looks like. But look, no one's been able to lay a hand on Nathan Bewley. We obviously haven't talked too much about Nathan tonight because he has been absolutely out there in a different postcode, absolutely in tune with his Porsche at Imola. Got some 19 seconds over P2. Daniel Hemi Bateman. I'll tell you what, Hemi Bateman in the Lamborghini is a force to be reckoned with as well.
Oh, isn't he? Isn't he what?
He's looked solid tonight.
He's out of the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The Chevy Ferrari.
It's a Chevy Ferrari.
I'm with you.
At least you got it. Anyway. And thanks, Wazza.
Matty Clark on Gunther Row. He's on him. Shoots it down the inside.
He's got it as well. So that was a quick turnaround. Oh, big flick. Was also mentioning Perko Jr. calling it a night as well. And back in the box. But yeah, Clark, like we were only just looking at these guys probably only half a lap ago. And there was quite a few, a couple of seconds or 2 or 3 or 4 maybe between them. And then all of a sudden there is Clarky sneaking past. Is that what it is?
Well, Betty, yeah, just try and pick up on the car.
Car doesn't look as stable as it has most of the night. I mean, apart from, I think, a little bit of a mishap at the top of the hill in the chicane, Gunther's looked solid all night, J-Man.
Yeah, tell you what, he's going to have company with Pete Dawson, so if he's in tyre trouble, he's going to have to just be careful.
Well, he's still got another couple of laps to go. The car looks awkward as they run through 14 and 15 there. Doesn't look right.
So maybe he's had some deflation. Matty did say that's what he said, maybe on his Twitch. So struggling at the back end, needs to just try and hang on what'll be a well-earned top 5 if he can bring it home.
Oh yeah, just looks a little awkward and not quite as hooked up as we're used to seeing. Matt Clark just out of the top 3, so we got Bewley, Bateman, Ichikawa taking out the top 3. G'day, Matty. Clarky in 4th, Rowe in 5th, with potentially, the rumours are saying a punter. Pete Dawson in 6th, Marnie in 7th, 8th, Nick Firth, 9th, Goddard and Sam Wozniak rounding out the top 10 with only a minute and 40 odd seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so where is Bewley? What does that mean for the drivers out there? Where is he in the lap?
Where is Gunther? Where is bloody Gunther here, though?
So it'll only be this lap that they're on for Bewley, and then one more, and then it'll be done. He's up and behind Goddard, so lapped all the way back up to P9 at the moment has Nathan Bewley. So lapped basically half the field.
Wow. It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Very impressive. So I'm just watching Gunther Rose doing a good job here if he's in tyre trouble. He's
I don't know. The car does look a little bit awkward. It's obviously struggling on the rubber there. I doubt he's got a puncher though. Car looking still too hooked up in both directions. Albeit quite possibly struggling. He is easily holding out. Pete Dawson, who is in 6th position as we speak. Is there anybody else? Where's the race, Damien? Where is the race?
I think it'd still have to be, at this point, maybe Pete Dawson with 1 lap to go as they cross the finish line. Can he chase down Gunther Rowe? Where's Gunther's weakness? What side of the car is it? It's likely probably going to be on the right-hand side, smashing the curbs at 14, 15. So you can just see there as they tip through Tamarillo that he did gain a lot of time.
He did.
Pete Dawson. So once again, they got another left-right configuration here. Does he close the gap some more? Oh. Yes, he does. So no, it appears that the left-hand side of the car is not happy. So he's going to size him up here. So his best opportunity is probably going to be on the way out of Minerali up the hill. If Gunther's struggling with the right-handers.
This is the lap. This is it.
And we do have Bewley just coming out of the final corner for the last time. So we'll pay homage to Nathan Bewley on a well-earned victory here at round 8, season 9 here at Imola. Well done, bud. Congratulations. But we will quickly jump back to maybe Gunther Rowe, Pete Dawson.
And Gunther really dealing with 12 and 13 at the bottom of the hill here. How does he deal with this? Ever respectful Pete Dawson, giving him plenty of space.
Yeah. One more shot at it.
The slightest slip up though, J-Man, and you know Pete will be in there.
Double lefts, mate. He's going to be right there. Can he get the drive off of this corner? We know how well the Porsche gets his power down, and if it's got a deflated tyre...
He's got to set up here. He's not going to get that.
No, well done to Gunther to hang on now. So Nathan Bewley over Daniel Hemi Bateman over Isaac Ichikawa with a super strong comeback drive. Matty Clark comes back to P4. He'll rue the move that was made in turn 1, turn 2, lap 1. And then Gunther Rowe holds on for a top 5 over Pete Dawson. Joseph Marnie, P7. Nick Firth going to round out the 8. And then Goddard 9th. Wozniak in the top 10, and then we will see finishes of Craig McConnell, Worcester, Lily Glass to be completing the running part of the field up to P13, and then a fair few DNFs, Teague, Crossland, Merlin, Kramer, Mr. Root and Mr. Fox to round out the 9 car field. So battle of attrition at the back end for a few. But pretty exciting stuff for the likes of Ichikawa, Matty Clark, Gunther Rowe, Pete Dawson as well. So Pete Dawson having a very, very good race by way of just being amongst the busy part of the, I guess, the field for the better part of it, Davo.
Oh, absolutely. As usual, the boys and girls turning it on for us here tonight at Imola for round 8.
So we might rip into the hot box there, Davo, and have a bit of a chat to a few of these drivers. So first cab off the rank, out of a podium position. Welcome back. I don't know if he got too much jet lag or not, but he's got some serious pace in the in the Lamborghini as Isaac Ichikawa. You got us on comms, mate? Just maybe unmute that mic.
G'day, guys.
Hey, mate.
How are you?
Mate, bloody good. Fantastic drive, mate. Played the early pit strategy, undercut a fair few, and just, yeah, pretty good night by anyone's standards, I would think, mate.
Yeah, I unfortunately had the incident with Clark in turn 1, but hey, you know, shit happens, and you know,
yep,
it is what it is. Just keep your head down. I mean, we still had an hour to go at that point, so I thought, don't throw in the towel. Try to gain as many positions as I could. And when I caught up to old Clarky, and I saw Clark and Crossy having a bit of a battle, so I thought, okay, I'll come in on lap 9, and yeah, just put my head down, turn laps. Lucky I didn't come into too much lap traffic. If I did, I dispatched them fairly quickly, which was always good, and I think that helped me. And then not sure what happened to Clark with his pit stop, but would have been close to see if he came in, you know, maybe 1 lap earlier with his VE.
Oh yes, the VE.
Yeah,
the VE.
Yeah, so he definitely ran into issues there. But talk to us about how quickly did you sit on that mindset, Isaac, when you're coming up, and we did talk about it at the time. We saw you catch the back of that pack, and we talked about, you know, the option actually at the time it was for Matty about, you know, when he got stuck behind Crossy, did he peel out early and run the shorter strategy? And then we saw you do it. How quickly do you make those decisions? You know, do you sit on it for a lap, or, you know, you'd got there probably, I think, a lap or a lap and a half before I noticed how close you were, and then you peel off. So how quickly do you make those decisions?
By about lap 4, I'd made the decision. I was like, right, you know, I don't think this track's too easy to pass on. So I was like, do the early pit stop. And yeah, luckily enough, it played towards my way, and yeah, got a P3, so pretty happy with that.
Yep, and as the driver, mathematically, you know at lap 9 that energy-wise and fuel-wise, you're good to go from that point?
Yeah, pretty much. I just had to put 100% VE in, didn't have to change the fuel. I still had about 2 laps of VE, so I knew I was safe if we had to do another lap.
Yep.
So yeah, just like I said, keep your head down, don't throw in the towel, and yeah, a little bit of luck. I saw Crossy spin out and into the wall. Not sure what happened there, but I watched the replay back, and yeah, good. Congrats to the top 2,
Yep.
Nate and Hemi as well.
Yep. No, fantastic driver. Really gritty drive too, Isaac, mate. Well done. It's drives like that really show the measure of a man and the character that you know you've got to, especially lap 1, turn 1, mate, and then to drive back from that. I think that's that one will go down as a very very good drive for yourself and anybody watching. It just shows you just don't throw in the towel and keep your chin up and press on, because look, it resulted in a very well earned podium and a comfortable one, I think, at the end of that too, Isaac. So well done.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys. And yeah, just yeah, it was lucky, and like I said earlier, the with the track being quite difficult to pass out, I think there was about a pack of 5. There was Clark, Crossy, I think there was McConnell maybe there, Firth possibly, can't remember off the top of my head, but I thought, yep, undercut it is, and yeah, luckily it worked out.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. Nice work. Once again, congratulations, a well earned podium, and yeah, be looking to see how you go next week. Well done.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for streaming as well and doing the commentary again.
No problem, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, so there you go. That's Isaac Ichikawa from P3. Next guy was Mr. Dan Hemi Bateman with a manufacture change, and I tell you what, it was worth making the change. Dan, you got us on comms?
Yes, I do.
Got you, mate. Hey, look, fantastic drive. P2 looked pretty unthreatened for the better part of it, mate. Looked like you just had to run your own race. Talk to us about the start of that race and clearing all that drama, and then B, the option to change manufacturer. You obviously parted ways with Chevy and decided to head down the Lamborghini route.
Yeah, Chev couldn't come to the party and produce a good car, so fuck them. Yeah, look, at the start of the race, I just kept behind my teammate. Unfortunately, he sort of clipped Matty, and it sort of had a follow-on effect. I knew Gunther was going to go up the inside, so I just was trying to follow and be safe. And then after that, it was just trying to not get bored and follow and save fuel. I spun, was able to recover and still stay in second place. So yeah, it's a bit of a hard car to drive, the Lambo. Using a high mode setup, had to dumb it down a bit so you can save it a bit. But other than that, yeah, it was a good race. It's a bloody tough track.
And like VE from that car to the former car, you sort of got your head around that pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I just did a bit of testing beforehand, and the actual game wasn't too bad. It was suggesting 7.9 laps. I put in 8 for the VE, and I had a couple of laps, because it always gives you 1 lap extra. I just thought, I'll be safe, depending on how fast Nathan was going to go.
Yep.
Might have to do an extra lap or so. So yeah, but pretty good. The Lambo uses a lot of fuel though too. So
yeah, well, look, mate, it looked relatively comfortable. I mean, that's probably the 2 drivers out there tonight that looked really, really settled and comfortable in their position was yourself and also Nathan. And we did see at different phases during that race, Davo called that, obviously after the spin, we saw it blow out from 11 seconds to 18, but we saw you grab a couple of seconds back. So there was phases through the race where yourself and the pace of the car was really, really good, and you clawed back some margin too. So obviously really comfortable, and good to see you up here on the podium. And we saw you with certainly great flashes of speed in the Chev, but looked a little bit unpredictable. Did that car, and hence, you being the only guy to take it, obviously doesn't receive a lot of love.
Yeah, unfortunately, the developers have sort of broken it a bit more. So,
yep.
But it'll probably get fixed later on. Hopefully, it does. But it's a bit too much to handle for me and my little amateur driving ability. I'm not good enough to tame it.
Yeah, well, look, you've got a handle on the Lambo for sure, mate. So, look, up and up. Still a couple of rounds to go, Dan. So, all the best, mate, and well done on a well-earned P2. Comfortable podium for you tonight. Well done, bud.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Awesome, mate. So, there you go. That is Dan Henry Bateman from P2. But I guess cometh a man, cometh a minute. Nathan Bewley, no one was going to lay a glove on this guy tonight. Just checked out from the start. Nate, you got us on comms here?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Ooh, mate, I tell you what, you look well in control of that from the second the lights went out to the end, mate. Was there any mistakes in that? No, because I certainly didn't see any.
Oh, I wouldn't call any mistakes, obviously, even though there was the obviously incident behind me at turn 1, I was still pushing the whole race, it wasn't just, it wasn't just an easy victory,
Yep. And are you playing the margins yet, mate, in respect to the championship? Obviously went into this one around 35 points ahead of your title combatant and Matty Clark, and then you obviously would have been pretty awake, I'm sure, to what happened at turn 1 with himself and Ichikawa. And does that change the mindset to the race at all, with maybe the way you push or maybe the way you construct your race from that point?
No, not really. I mean, to be honest, I've said it before, and I'm just here for fun, I don't really care about the championship, even though that sounds a bit like arrogant and all that, like I'm all up myself and all, but I'm just here to have a good time,
Yep, they say it's easy when you're winning, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, I wouldn't care if I was winning or at the back. We've got some great people to race with, so it's awesome.
Yep. I'm not sure who you got to race with tonight, mate. We were sort of watching you, and you're in a different postcode there. I think best lap out there tonight for yourself was a 44.7, so really good pace. Guys all robbed me of my prediction of a high 43 in quality. So
it was bloody close.
I'm just going to say, just do better next week, Nathan, please.
Well, I mean, I tried. I mean, before I came into qualifying, my best set was a 44.5. So to go half a second faster than what I'd done around there, come on, guys.
Nah, fantastic performance, mate. And honestly, just untouched there tonight. Unbelievable performance.
Nice work.
And yeah, well deserved, mate. So congrats on that one. And be looking forward to seeing what sort of show you guys put on next week. Only a couple more to go. Off to Interlagos next week. You're familiar with the track, mate?
Yeah. I'd say that this track and Interlagos probably like my two favorite tracks. Like just for like driving experience, probably my two favorite tracks in the game. So hopefully it'll be good.
Nice.
Very good. I will enjoy the victory, mate. I know you're here for the fun of it, but mate, you are kicking goals every week at the moment. You're there. You're talking to us every week, so you're obviously doing the right things out there on track. So congratulations once again, Nathan Bewley, and no doubt we'll be talking to you again this time next week.
Hopefully, it might not go to plan, but yeah, thanks boys for the stream and all that. It'll be good to watch it tomorrow back.
Awesome.
You are most welcome, mate. Congrats, and talk soon.
Thanks, boys.
All right, so there you go, Nathan Bewley from the top spot. Like I said, pretty much untouched there tonight.
Yes.
No one had any real answers for him. I think, Clarkie had good pace as well. He was also in there on a 44.7 as his PB. And I think was probably they were the, and Hemi Bateman, 44.8. They were the three quickest guys. Clarkie obviously just short of the podium. Isaac Ichikawa doing a stunning job to re-strategize. I thought that was a smart play tonight from Isaac, and it just really just shows that, like we said to him in the broadcast, chin up and eyes forward, and he made something out of that early incident. Obviously, he was involved with Matty Clark, and props to Matty Clark too to get back to P4 after that. Those guys dropped a long way back, deep into the 10. Or maybe just outside of it. So they had to work hard to get back to those two positions. But once again, Rainlight Racing on a Monday night, LMU does deliver thanks to Crossy 43 and SIMBLACKS. What a fantastic show once again on what was an awesome racetrack, Davo.
Oh, absolutely, J-Man. Yes, and thank you to all our viewers as well for joining us once again here for Rainlight Racing's LMU Series Round 8 at Imola. What a cracker, J-Man. We will be back next week. As always, thanks SIMBLACKS, thanks Rainlight Racing, thank you MatchFit. Next week is Interlagos. We were just talking about it. Awesome stuff. Yes, be back then. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. See you all next week.
Bye for now.